Hello everybody, I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pecan pie from scratch. My recipe for pecan pie calls for a basic pecan pie without all those extra ingredients. You don't need all those extra ingredients. This recipe is great for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it is 100% guaranteed to please your guests at the dinner table. For real. Seriously. This pie is good. I've baked it, I've given it to people, and they love it. So you're going to love this recipe, no doubt. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, this is all what you're going to need to make your pecan pie. And we're going to start here with my pie crust, which I've already made from scratch. Now, if you want to learn how to make a pie crust, you can check out my pie crust video, or you can stay and watch this video, and I'll give you a brief, just only a brief preview of how I make my pie crust. Now once you finish with your pie crust, you can freeze it, and that's what I've done here. I've taken mine and put mine in the freezer. Okay, so let's start with our ingredients for our pecan pie. You're going to need eggs, you're going to need butter. For butter, you can use unsalted or you can use salted butter, either one. You're going to need sugar, 100% pure vanilla extract, light corn syrup, Icario, or whatever. And you're going to need pecan halves. If you have a pecan tree in your backyard, that's a very good thing, because I went to the store and I purchased $10 for this bag of pecans here. Now I admit I'm going to be making more than one pecan pie, so you can get a small bag of pecans. It's like $6 at Walmart, but I spent $10 on this one. So that's all the ingredients, and there you have it. Okay, to make our pie crust, we're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, we're going to mix that in before we add our wet ingredients. Now it's time to add our wet ingredients. Here I have 6 tablespoons of butter flavored vegetable shortening at room temperature, and over here I have 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature. Okay, so we're going to add that in. And here I have 7 tablespoons, that's about 1/3 cup of ice water, or the water can be cold. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our pastry blender and we're going to just cut this in. Okay, we've been mixing our dough for about 1 minute, and dump it onto our plastic wrap, and we're going to form it. We're going to form it into a little ball. Okay, we're going to wrap it, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put this in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Okay, we've been letting our pie dough chill for about 30 minutes. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to unwrap it. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's put that on the side. We're going to kind of form this into a ball. And we're going to roll this sucker out. Okay, we're going to smash it down a little bit. And here I have my rolling pin, and we're just going to roll it out. Okay, this is how your pie dough will look like once you roll it out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put our pie dough into our pie pan. And the only thing we got to do is we have to Now look how perfect that is. Okay, now it's time to decorate it. Now me, I like to crimp it. Okay. Okay, here is our pie crust. Okay, here I have my pecan pie crust ready to go. You can freeze this crust for a few days, or even freeze it while you're making your pecan pie filling. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put this in the freezer so we can go ahead and make our pecan pie filling. Okay, now it's time to make our pecan pie filling. Now I want to let you know that this is a room temperature recipe, so that means that your eggs and your butter, which I have melted here, should be at room temperature. Okay, alright, so to make our pecan pie filling, we're going to add 1/4 cup of light corn syrup by Carol. Now this may take a little while because I got to get it all out. Okay, kind of scrub the bottom and the sides out. We want every last drop. And to that we're going to add 3 large eggs. Okay, and we're going to stir that in. Now notice I'm not using a hand mixer. You don't need a hand mixer for this recipe. Go ahead and mix this in. Okay, and to that we're going to add 4 tablespoons of salted or unsalted butter at room temperature. Now I have salted butter. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add that in. I'm going to mix that. Okay, now it's time to sweeten our filling. So we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. That's all you need is 1 cup. You don't need no more than 1 cup. Okay, and we're going to mix this in. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of flavor to our filling. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract plus 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So not only are you going to add a tablespoon of vanilla extract, you're going to add a teaspoon in there too. And I got to add my secret ingredient. Okay, so now we're going to mix that in. Now as you can see, it resembles a kind of yellowish brownish color, and that's exactly what you want. Okay. Okay. Next we're going to add 2 cups of pecan halves. Okay, and we're going to kind of fold this in a little bit. We don't want to mix it too much. Make sure all your pecans are nice and covered. Okay, we're going to let this sit for about 1 minute, so that way we can get our pecan pie crust ready, so we can dump this right on in there. Okay? Okay, here I have my pecan pie crust frozen and ready to go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our pecan pie batter, and we're going to add it right in here. Alright. Dump that right on in. Make sure you get all your sauce from inside of the bowl. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little spoon and we're just going to spread this out a little bit. And what you're going to notice is your pecans are going to float directly to the top. They're going to float to the top. Okay? Okay, now I'm not really smearing it around. I'm just rubbing it along the top with the spoon so the pecans can rise, okay? And get in their position. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for about 2 minutes until all of our pecans have risen to the surface. Okay? Okay, here is our pecan pie after 2 minutes. As you can see, our pecans have floated to the surface and it looks real good. And now it's ready to be put in the oven. Preheat your oven to 370 degrees. Okay, now it's time to put our pie in the oven. We're going to bake this pie in a preheated 370 degree oven for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And we're going to put it on the bottom rack. Okay? Just going to set it for about an hour first. Should be done in about an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, time is up. Okay, after 1 hour and 20 minutes, our pecan pie is done. So we're going to go ahead and take it out of the oven now. You ready? There's your pecan pie. Okay, here's our pecan pie after we just taken it out of the oven. And this is how you can tell if your pie is done. When you press it, it springs back. And that lets you know that it's done. Okay? Now we're going to also do a toothpick test. I'm going to insert it in the center. And voila, it's clean. Yep. Now that our pie is done, what I like to do is I like to wait till the next day to finally cut a slice to get the pie to settle. Okay, as you can see right underneath my pie pan, as you can see the crust is done. It's not like some pies where you cut into and the crust is gummy. Okay, if you look underneath your pie pan, and you can clearly see that the pie crust is done because it's supposed to be brown at the bottom as well. Okay. Good morning. Here I have my pecan pie, which I actually let sit overnight. I said yesterday that I was going to let it cool off for 10 hours, but I let it sit overnight. You know, it's the best thing to do, especially when you're baking stuff, because the flavor increases. That's just like with anything you cook or bake. Overnight the flavor increases, and by the next day it's going to taste very, very good. Okay, so now that we've let this cool overnight, now it's time to cut a slice and eat. Alright, Tom. As you can see, I have a little ice cream too. So go ahead and dig in. See how this tastes. It's real good, y'all. Taste some of this with a little bit of the ice cream and try. There's nothing like pecan pie and ice cream. It is so good. Oh. Now you know how like some people, they act out on their videos and like, this is delicious. I'm telling you right now, this is good. And I'm not acting. I mean, it's a perfect combination. Oh man. But anyways, there you have it, pecan pie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like or subscribe to my channel so you can enjoy all of my delicious recipes cooked right here in my kitchen. If you have any questions or comments, please post them or email me at charliethecookandrews@gmail.com. Until then, take care, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.